Andrew was 38 years old and tired all the time. As a corporate project manager, his life was measured in deliverables, milestones, and deadlines. But his own life was slipping behind schedule. Not the normal kind of tired, the kind sleep could not fix. Every morning began the same way. Phone screen, emails, coffee, traffic, meetings, noise. And beneath all of it, a pressure in his chest that never completely disappeared. The doctors called it stress, high blood pressure, anxiety, inflammation, burnout. So he tried everything: medication, therapy, productivity systems, meditation apps, fitness programs. Some things helped for a while, but nothing lasted, because even when his body stopped moving, his mind never did. He had forgotten what silence felt like. The suggestion. One evening, after another sleepless night, a friend told him something strange. "Maybe you don't need another treatment," she said. "Maybe you need a different way of living." A few months later, he found himself traveling to a remote coastal community in Aotearoa, New Zealand, where an old Maori elder agreed to meet him. The man did not ask about symptoms. He did not ask for a medical history. He asked, "When was the last time you sat quietly with the Wenua, the land?" The question sounded almost ridiculous to a man who lived in high-rises. He had come searching for answers. Instead, he was handed silence. The disconnection. Over the next few days, the elder spoke very little. They walked along the rugged coastline, through the ancient damp forest, across wet grass in the early morning cold. No podcasts, no headphones, no notifications, just footsteps, wind, bird song, breathing. One morning, as they watched the mist rise off the river, the elder finally spoke. "You are trying to heal the mind while living in a way that keeps the body in fear." The words stayed with him because for the first time, he realized his exhaustion was not only physical. He had lost rhythm, no stillness, no connection, no community, no real rest, only stimulation, again and again, every day. The house with four walls. As the weeks passed, Andrew realized the elder was not giving him lessons, but welcoming him into a way of being. One evening, while sitting beside a fire near the crashing surf, the elder drew a square in the sand, dividing it into 4 sections. "This," he said, "is Te Whare Tapa Whā, the 4 walls of health. Your well-being is like a house. One wall is Taha Tinana, the physical body. One wall is Taha Hinengaro, the mind and emotions. One wall is Taha Wanao, your family and social connection. And one wall is Taha Wairua, the spirit." The elder looked at the lines fading in the firelight. "And the floor beneath the house, the foundation, is Wenua, your connection to the earth. When one wall weakens or the ground is forgotten, the whole house begins to shake." Andrew sat quietly. For years as a manager, he had only been optimizing one metric: the physical wall, gym memberships, supplements, medication, blood pressure monitoring. But the other walls of his house had been collapsing unnoticed. He had isolated himself from people, lost all rhythm outside of work, ignored the exhaustion of his mind, and entirely starved his spirit. The community did not treat him like a patient. They practiced wakawanongatanga. They wove him into their fabric. He helped prepare food, shared long, unhurried meals, listened to stories from the elders, worked alongside others instead of competing with them. Phones disappeared during gatherings. Nobody rushed conversations. For the first time in his life, Andrew experienced something unfamiliar: existence without constant performance, the old rhythm. One morning, the elder brought him to the ocean before sunrise. No instructions, no motivational speech, just cold air, dark water, and silence. After a long time, the elder finally said, "You have been living as though your worth depends entirely on what you produce. But the land does not ask the tree to produce fruit every single day. It allows it a season to drop its leaves and rest." Andrew felt something inside him break, because it was true. His anxiety was not only stress, it was fear. Fear of slowing down, fear of becoming irrelevant, fear of the emptiness inside him if the noise stopped. The healing came slowly. not through miracle cures, but through the medicine of repetition and ketiakitanga, becoming a guardian of the space around him. Shared meals, a moment of gratitude before eating. Ocean walks at dawn, working with his hands in the soil, listening more, speaking less, learning stillness without loneliness. The return to himself. Weeks turned into months, and Andrew began to notice changes that medicine had never fully explained. The constant, low-humming urgency inside him was beginning to disappear. For years, his mind had treated every moment like an emergency. Even rest had felt like an unproductive sin. Silence had felt uncomfortable. Stillness had felt like failure. Now he no longer felt the need to outrun his own thoughts. Something deeper was changing. He became more present, more patient, less reactive. The world around him also began to feel different. The rhythm of the rain, the warmth of morning light, conversations without distraction. Small things that once passed unnoticed now carried weight, now carried meaning. And perhaps that was the real transformation. Not simply reduced anxiety, not simply lower blood pressure, not simply better sleep, but the gradual return of his ability to feel connected. Connected to his body, connected to other people, connected to time itself. The elder once told him, "When a person loses rhythm, the spirit becomes tired long before the body does." Andrew finally understood what that meant. Healing was never only about removing symptoms. It was about restoring relationship. Relationship with the self, with others, with the living world. And as those relationships slowly healed, the house stopped shaking. His blood pressure improved. His sleep returned. The inflammation in his body reduced. But the deeper change was harder to measure. For the first time in his adult life, Andrew felt internally aligned, not divided, not fragmented. The elder's words echoed in his mind one last time. A strong house is not built by strengthening one wall. Andrew carried those words with him long after he left the coast, because he finally understood. Healing was never just about surviving longer. It was about learning how to live whole again. And slowly, almost imperceptibly, Andrew stopped managing life and began participating in it again.